想问一个问题，
这鼻子怎么老说是啊？
My name is Bob Davies. I am the founder and lead investigator of the Champaign-Urbana Paranormal Society. Everybody in the paranormal, I tell okay, sometimes my speech is a little weird. I tell everybody who wants to get involved in the paranormal, you don't know if you can do this or not until you have your oh crap moment. And my moment happened in Moundsville, West Virginia. I was in a cell block all by myself. There had been 3 other young ladies there. I'd watched them leave. I set up my recorder, I was taking some pictures. I had on a piece of equipment we call bionic ears, and I'm just listening and asking questions. All of a sudden on those ears, I start to hear very faint screaming. It got louder, louder, louder. That wasn't scary, it was residual energy. Suddenly, the temperature dropped behind me. I got the distinct impression there was somebody behind me who did not want me there. Very calmly picked up my stuff, walked away. That was my oh crap moment. I've been doing this since. I've never been scared since. I know people who've had that moment and I've never seen them again. But I caught the audio of that screaming. It's still one of my favorite pieces of evidence to play for people. I've had a couple where the people contacted us and we went in and they had books on hauntings and DVDs on hauntings, and they were so into it. They were things that were perfectly explained away as rational, they were turning into the paranormal. So if people have contacted us, usually they are having some type of issue, and we have helped one way or another. There are 3 types of hauntings. One is the residual, like that screaming I was telling you about, that stuck leftover energy. Excuse me, for whatever reason, it happens. Next type of haunting is an intelligent haunting. That's something that's there for a reason. It can communicate with you. It might want something, you need to do something for it. It might just not want to move on, be happy where it was at. And this was my house, for instance, and you want to stay here, fine, but you know what? I lived here before you, and I'm not leaving. The most infrequent type of haunting is what a demonic or an inhuman haunting. That's something that has never walked the earth as a person. I believe demons do exist. I don't think they're that common, coming up and trying to hurt people. There are documented cases of inhuman hauntings, though, and that something I have never dealt with. So my belief from what I have dealt with is we have residual, intelligent, and inhuman entities. And that's what we deal with. Stay here, but these are the ground rules. Lay down the ground rules. If it breaks those ground rules, the other thing you can do is go to, if you have a priest or a preacher or somebody in your religious faith, they can do a blessing in the house. And a blessing will sometimes release an entity. Not always, but sometimes. If it doesn't listen to you and it resists the blessing, at that point, then you have to look at what your options are. If I was dealing with an inhuman entity, I have friends up in Chicago and over in the western part of the state who have dealt with that, and I would call them and say, come in here, I need your help. And then this is where I got the feeling on my back and I started picking my stuff up. It says, "Hi, my name is Paul. I think I can do it." And then you hear the two noises that we'd heard earlier.
Hey Bob.
Don't use Ouija boards.
What? But I just did yesterday.
You need to do a prayer and a blessing before you start, and a prayer and a blessing when you're done. And even then, it's still something I don't recommend.
What if I didn't do it? What would happen?